Hey, Astra Kids, and welcome back. And in today's video, we'll be talking about Libra Ascendant. And before I get into this, I just want to give a quick disclaimer. I'm using Vedic sidereal astrology. So if you're coming from Western tropical astrology, this may not work for you. Check the calculator down below in the description to make sure that you have the correct information. It's also important to understand that this is a general interpretation. So, yoga's aspects and conjunctions and so on in your chart will make a huge difference. This is simply a general interpretation of what it looks like to have a Libra ascendant. So, let's go ahead and talk about the sign of Libra. Libra is a movable sign, meaning it is changeable, adaptable, flexible. It is always in motion. Libra is also an air sign, which is all about communication, about doing business, exchanging information. It is a highly intelligent sign. Libra is also ruled over by Venus, which is all about partnership, union, bringing things together, enjoying the sensual pleasures of life. So, Libra becomes a very artistic and creative sign as well that really enjoys the sensual aspects of life and is very relationship oriented. Libra is represented by a weighing scale, and many think that this means that Libra is perfectly balanced, but actually, it means that Libra is all about making things balance. They are all about rearranging things, creating order and balance within the world. So they oftentimes face unbalanced situations. Let's talk about the health of Libra. So, Libra is connected to the kidneys, the intestines, the lower back, and the reproductive systems. These are the main areas that oftentimes a Libra ascendant wants to watch out for. Sometimes, because Pisces has rulership over the sixth house, you want to be careful with water retention, with issues related to the feet. But mainly, I've seen that you want to be very cautious of sexually transmitted diseases, of issues related to the lower back and intestines and kidneys. So you want to be careful, especially about overindulgence. This can cause a huge issue for Libra ascendants. So, because Libra is ruling over the first house of the chart, this makes your life all about relationships, all about doing business, negotiating, making deals with people. You know how to get what you need out of a situation and how to also make sure that the other party gets what they need as well. So, you do very well with business dealings. Even if you are not in the world of business, you approach situations in this form of transaction of creating this sense of balance. You could also be very skilled in the arts and design, fashion, media, entertainment with this as well. And because Taurus has rulership over the eighth house of the chart, this shows that you value transformation. So you may go through many ups and downs in your life, but you learn through those experiences and you really value all of the wisdom and experience that you gain through that. It also can show that you have a love of the occult, of mysticism, astrology, deep research. You want to get to the deeper truth. Scorpio has rulership over the second house of the chart. This may make you secretive or protective about your wealth. And you are very passionate. You put a lot of effort into creating a sense of security within your life. But there may be some sudden changes in your wealth as well. Especially early on in life, you may face sudden transformations. Sometimes, because Scorpio has rulership over the second house, you want to check to see what is the condition of Mars, because this could create a very tumultuous situation in your early family experience. Sometimes there is difficulty related to the connection with the family. There may be some feeling of being neglected, abandoned, abused, getting into these chaotic situations with family turmoil early on. On the other hand, though, again, you want to see the condition of Mars because this can also show that you have a very close bond with your family and you are very much passionate and connected with your loved ones. So it's going to go either way depending upon how Mars is placed and which planets are positioned in this second house. This can also give you a very passionate and direct way of speaking as well. You are very passionate. When you have something to say, you are expressing this in a way that is direct, that is convincing with this position also. Although Scorpio being a tumultuous sign. You want to see the condition of that second house because it also could give way to speech disorders and other issues related to speech, also. Because Aries has rulership over your seventh house, you oftentimes will attract a very dominant and enterprising partner, someone who is always active, always taking the initiative to charge towards something in life. It may also be a partner who has connection with military, police, a spouse who is a fighter, athlete with this position, or simply someone who likes to be physically active, who likes to travel, who likes different activities to be on the go. You attract a very dynamic partner. And you yourself can also be a very dynamic business person with Aries ruling over this seventh house, also. But you may face many conflicts as well. There could be arguments, disagreements when dealing with your spouse or dealing with people in general with Aries coming into this seventh house. Sagittarius has rulership over the third house of the chart. So you're not really interested in the small talk and gossip. You want to get into deep philosophical conversation, to get into spirituality, religion, culture with this position. You are a very well educated person. And you can communicate in a way that comes across like a teacher, where you have a lot of wisdom in your communication style. You want to put out deep philosophical knowledge to the world. So, this can be through social media, through some kind of platform that allows you to communicate. You really want to get into deep and mature subjects. This could also show that a younger sibling could also be someone who is very much into philosophy, into spirituality, into travel, could be a very restless younger sibling who wants to learn and experience from life. But ultimately, with Sagittarius in the third house, you're a very courageous and dynamic person. Because Pisces has rulership over the sixth house, you may not enjoy a routine work situation. So, as I said from the beginning, Libra ascendants oftentimes are business people. So, a regular 9 to 5 job where you're working under someone may not be something that you enjoy. Pisces being here can show a desire to escape from the boring routine situations of life. So you may find that when you are stressed or going through difficulties that you want to go on vacation, you want to enjoy yourself, you want to get away from everything with this position. One thing you do want to be careful of though is overindulgence, addictions, finding escape through means that are not suitable to you. This can definitely create some obstacles in your life as well. This can also show that your enemies, your competition, are people who are very aloof and withdrawn into their own world. So sometimes you have the one up over enemies and opponents. You can overcome obstacles and enemies in your life with this position as well. And this can also show that you like to incorporate spirituality or creativity into your daily life as well. You want to be surrounded by beauty, by art, and to explore spirituality. Capricorn has rulership over the fourth house of the chart. So, this can mean that your mother is not necessarily someone who is extremely nurturing or maternal with this position. The mother can be someone who's very practical, who is all about the real world responsibility, discipline. So, it could be a very strict home environment that you grew up with this position. But you want to see the position of Saturn in the chart because this may be something that actually helps you with understanding the reality of life and something that gave you a sense of security. If Saturn is badly damaged, though, there can be conflicts in the relationship with the mother. And this could also make you someone who's very strict and disciplined in your home life as you get older as well. You can be very much about creating a sense of order within the home environment. And because Saturn also rules over the fifth house of the chart, this makes Saturn the most auspicious planet for your chart. It is Yoga Karaka. So not only are you gaining this discipline from your early childhood experience, but you're bringing it into the situation with how you raise your children as well. You become a very disciplined parent. You want your children to be practical, to understand the realities of life. Your children could also be very eccentric as well. They could be interested in wanting to help the world and could be into aliens, UFOs, conspiracies, and so forth. And you yourself can also be interested in these subjects because fifth house shows knowledge. So you really want to get into eccentric subjects, into otherworldly subjects with this position. You could be really into science and new age technology. And when it comes to creativity, you can be very cutting edge, innovative, doing things that are unusual with this position can be shown. You could also do well in speculation with this placement, especially in politics and performing arts with this position, and justice, social reform, trying to make a difference within society. Gemini has rulership over the ninth house and Virgo over the 12th house. So Mercury is also going to be a functional benefic for your chart. This makes you very interested in wanting to communicate with people from different cultural backgrounds. You are interested in exploring different cultures, different religions, philosophies with this position. You're very curious to learn in life. And this could make you a great storyteller as well. You love to communicate about your travels, about your studies with this position. So you're always curious, you're always seeking out higher knowledge, higher wisdom. This can get you really interested in spirituality. And you can be very skilled writer as well, public speaker, lecturer. You have this ability to put information out into the world, to spread your message far and wide. Because Virgo has rulership over the 12th house, you're very calculative when it comes to charity and donation. You want to make sure that if you're investing in something that is going to go to the right cause. So you could be very cautious in this area. You don't just give away your money freely. You really take the time to do the research to make sure that this is something that is beneficial to others. This also can mean that you like to serve people in isolated places, in institutions like hospitals, prisons, schools. So, this could be related to the work that you do as well for some of you. And you can also be very practical and detailed about your dream life and spirituality. You have a very critical way of explaining things in a way that other people can understand. Cancer has rulership over the 10th house of the chart. So you're very emotional about your career situation. You want to pursue something that is meaningful to you, something that your whole heart is in. And you could do something that is nurturing and motherly as well, where you can get into hospitality, into medical field, into doing business, into politics with this position. This could also make you a very creative person where you could get into fashion, design, entertainment, media as well. And you seek security through your career. You want to do something that is also going to ensure that you have the nourishment and security that you need in life. But because Cancer is ruled by the moon, you want to see the position of moon because this can create a waxing and waning effect where you can go through many career situations before you actually find the correct path. Leo has rulership over the 11th house, so you could be connected with very powerful and influential people. You can get connections through government, through people in authority who are giving you favors and opportunities to gain wealth and achievements in life. You also could be skilled at leading in a large group or organization or be the leader of some kind of cause or movement with this placement as well. You want to check to see how is Sun positioned in the chart because sometimes you also could come across as overly dominating in your group situations as well. And because the sun is very hot, it can burn out this situation. So you could actually have fewer friends with Leo in the 11th house as well. So let's talk about Venus and each of the 12 houses, starting off with Venus in the first house. So this is a very auspicious placement because Venus is in a Kendra and in its own sign. It's going to make you someone who's very attractive in appearance. You are someone who is very much into creativity, expressing yourself artistically, and you can have excellent social skills, people skills, very friendly, very polite in the way that you express yourself. You could also be someone who's very intelligent and knowledgeable with Venus here in the first house also. If Venus has gone into the second house of the chart, then it is coming into the sign of Scorpio. So you are very intense and passionate with your way of speaking, but also you are very kind and polite with your speech as well. You could have a very beautiful tone to your speaking voice with this position. This also can make you very skilled with money management, with finances. This can definitely make you very much interested in gaining wealth and security with this position. You take this very seriously. Because Scorpio has rulership over the second house, again, sometimes this can create a tumultuous situation in the home environment. But with Venus here, this also shows that something positive came out of your family experience. So there may be something that is mixed or unusual about the family situation as well. But ultimately, you were able to take the best out of this situation. And it made you someone who's able to achieve to be successful when it comes to wealth creation. You have very clever speaking abilities. You can be very witty with this position also. If Venus has gone into the third house of the chart, then Venus is in the sign of Sagittarius. So definitely you want to learn about the higher knowledge, about philosophy, about higher truth with this position. And you are very adventurous. You want to travel, you want to explore other cultures. This can make you an excellent writer as well. You have this ability to take your knowledge and to put it out into the world. So you make an excellent communicator. You could also have a very close connection with a younger sibling, or you could be the youngest sibling, depending upon how everything is positioned in the chart. If Venus has gone into the fourth house of the chart, then Venus is positioned in the sign of Capricorn. This is a very organized position. You love to have a beautiful and organized home environment. You're very skilled with home decor, with design, with this position. You know which colors, which patterns go together. And this could make you very skilled in real estate and property dealings as well. You could also have a close connection with the mother, maybe not so much this emotional attachment, because mother, again, could be very practical, very much about the real world, but you have this close connection with the mother that is important to you. If Venus has gone into the fifth house of the chart, this is very auspicious. This can make you a very talented and creative person, and you are very clever. You're able to take your intelligence and your creativity together to create something that is very innovative. You could also have a great connection with children as well, and could have a desire to have children with this position, depending upon how Venus is placed here. This definitely makes you a very talented person, though, and you love to learn, you love to gain information and to express yourself creatively. You could be a very social person as well, where you love to connect with people, especially people who you can share your creative ideas and inspirations with. You can make a very talented writer with this position. You could be talented in media and entertainment as well. If Venus has gone into the sixth house of the chart, this is a very interesting position because Venus has gone into a Dishtana house, which is a very challenging karmic house, but it's also a house that grows with time. So this gets better over time. And Venus is also exalted in the sign of Pisces. So this can give very auspicious results. This makes you a very creative and talented person. You love to have art, music, beauty around you in your daily routine. This becomes very important to you. And you also love to get along with other people, to be kind, to be friendly, to work well with other people. You hate to have conflict and difficulty in your daily routine. You're focused towards service, towards helping others, towards trying to make situations better and more peaceful. And you can be very much inclined towards health, nutrition, diet with this position. The way that you look becomes very important to you. You want to be healthy and to have a good appearance. But also because Venus has come here, you want to be careful about overindulgence. This could give you a sweet tooth. If Venus has gone into the seventh house of the chart, then this shows that you are all about relationships. And you could attract a partner who is very dynamic, very active, someone who loves to have fun, to travel, to express themselves creatively, and a partner who is always initiating something, always after something in life, very ambitious, very pioneering, very daring with this position. And this can sometimes create obstacles, though, in relationships because Venus isn't completely happy in the sign of Aries. So you want to watch out for jealousy, for arguments, for conflicts within the relationship. But for the most part, this shows that you become someone who is very loyal and devoted to your partner. You become all about partnerships. This could also be a good position for doing business as well. If Venus has gone into the eighth house, you want to be careful here because now Venus has gone into a very secretive position. So, definitely, you want to be careful of getting involved in scandals, hidden affairs with this position. But mainly, this makes you someone who is very materialistic. You are all about security, about ensuring that you have wealth, that you have the things that you need. You can be a very sensual person who loves to enjoy life, loves to enjoy food and all of the sensual comforts of life. This can also make you a very talented and creative person as well. And you could also gain through family inheritance, through some kind of situation where you gain the support of other people. You could even end up with a very wealthy and fortunate partner as well. If Venus has gone into the ninth house of the chart, then you definitely love to learn, you love to travel, you love to gather spiritual, philosophical knowledge with this position. You are always curious, always hungry for knowledge. You could also have a great relationship with a father figure or a teacher, a mentor in your life, someone who's guiding you. You have this very close connection. This could show that you are very much fond of the music, of all of the aesthetic aspects of spirituality. If Venus has gone into the 10th house of the chart, then this is going to mean that your whole focus goes into your professional life. Your career, your success, your status becomes extremely important to you. And you want to do something that is meaningful, something that is extremely important to you. You also could be a very caring, sensitive person, and the sense of comfort and security becomes extremely important. You want to make sure that you have the things that you need to feel secure and nourished. This can make you skilled in areas of politics, of business with this placement, but this could also make you a very creative person where you could get into fashion, media, arts, design with this placement as well. If Venus has gone into the 11th house of the chart, then you can be a very attractive person. You draw people towards you with this position. And you can be a very creative and talented person as well. You can use your creativity and intelligence to attract wealth from many different sources. You could also attract powerful people into your life who can give you opportunities to gain wealth and success. This could also show that you have a close relationship with an elder sibling, or you yourself may be the elder sibling. If Venus has gone into the 12th house of the chart, this means that you are someone who needs your privacy, your alone time. This becomes extremely important to you. You want to be careful about being too idealistic about relationships with this placement, especially because it is in Virgo. You could be very critical, very nitpicky about relationships, and this could create some heartbreak or loss in relationships as well. You may find that you connect really well with foreign people also with this placement, and you love to travel, you love to explore foreign cultures, foreign places with this position. This could definitely make you a very creative and talented person, but really your inspiration comes alive when you get that alone time. So let's talk about the different nakshatras that come under the sign of Libra, starting off with Chitra. If you have Chitra rising in your chart, then you are a very calm and graceful person. But when you get angry and frustrated, you can completely explode with this position as well. You could find yourself waking up at early hours of the morning with this position also. And you could be very clever with finances, with accounting. You could do very well in budgeting with this placement. And you love pictures, you love to take photographs. You are someone who's very visual. You could be a visual learner, or you just love to see things visually. You love colors, you love patterns, you love design. You could be very talented with this position. You could also be skilled in real estate as well and property dealings. And you love to have beautiful gems and jewelry with this position as well. You could also have an interest in working out and looking very attractive with your physical body. And you love to really be able to give gifts and to be helpful and kind to others. And this often brings luck back into your life. If you have Swati rising in your chart, then you may have a love of the water. You love to be in swimming pools, bathtubs, to be near water with this position. You may take very long showers, and you could have a great love for collecting shoes as well with this position. Buying new shoes becomes very important to you. You also are very fast moving. You love to travel. You love fast moving vehicles with this position, especially when you can feel the breeze. You love to be in breezy areas like hills and mountains. And you can be a very clever business person. You know how to make something go viral, how to communicate in a way that spreads a message across to an entire crowd of people. This makes you a very clever entrepreneur as well, because you can have an interest in opening up businesses in many different areas of your life also. This can be an excellent position for gaining wealth and success in life because of this ability to spread out a message to the masses. You're able to amplify things, you're able to make things very attractive. You have this very clever way of communicating and doing business. You're a very strong person as well. You can have a very powerful personality and a very strong way of communicating with this position. And you could have a love of running and sprinting as well and trying out exotic foods with this position also. Sometimes there can be asthma issues or breathing issues also. You want to see how is Venus and Rahu placed in the chart. If you have Vishaka rising, then you want everything big in life. You love to enjoy yourself. You love to have the best things. So anything that you do is always going to be to the extreme. You also could have a habit of waking up very early in the morning, similar to Chitra also. And you are someone who does very well with spiritual practices. You don't even need to time your rituals and routines. You can just jump into these situations. You may have an identical twin or fraternal twin, or someone in your family may be a twin. Someone in your family may also have a split personality. There could be mood swings, personality disorders that come in as well. Sometimes there could also be a feeling of being abandoned or neglected with this position with a loved one also. And you're a big food lover. You could be very talented in cooking with this position. You love to drink and enjoy yourself, and you love to experiment with colors, patterns, shapes. You can be very talented and creative and can do very well in the areas of film and photography. You're also a very physical person. You have a lot of restless energy and you need to get this energy out. You need to express yourself. So you love to get engaged in physical activities. This can make you a skilled mediator, diplomat, negotiator, lawyer with this position. You know how to settle disagreements, how to do business, how to negotiate very well. This could get you into the electrical field also. And you are someone who wants justice and fairness for all people. You love to help other people out. You can be very generous in donating and being helpful to other people. For Libra ascendant, the most beneficial dasha periods tend to be Saturn and Mercury. Saturn, especially as your yoga karaka, can be very beneficial, can give you great success, and it will demand hard work and discipline, but ultimately it will help you to succeed and accomplish many things in your life. Mercury dasha can definitely bring in themes related to travel, to learning with this position. It can help in your spiritual journey as well. You want to be careful with expenses, though. Getting into risky ventures at this time may be something that you want to be cautious of. But of course, you want to see what is the condition of these planets. Sun, Moon, and Jupiter tend to be the most challenging dasha periods for a Libra ascendant. The Sun can create obstacles and challenges when dealing with other people, but at the same time, it may give you opportunities through powerful and authoritative people. So you want to check to see what is the condition of the Sun. Moon is definitely going to light up your career life, but there may be many challenges and frustrations in trying to find the correct path. Jupiter Dasha can be a time where you attract competitors, opponents, enemies at this time, but you may deal with these very well using your wisdom and knowledge. So, again, you want to see what is the condition of these planets. Venus tends to give mixed results for the chart. Yes, it is a time where you will feel stronger, independent. You will be more into expressing yourself creatively, but it may also create sudden ups and downs in life as well with that rulership over the eighth house. Mars also is another planet that tends to give mixed results. It may give opportunities for marriage, relationships, excellent business dealings, partnerships, ability to gain wealth, but it may also attract conflicts and competitors also. And for Rahu and Ketu, these are the planets that are going to be the most unpredictable. You want to really see how are they placed. For example, if Rahu is in the sign of Aries, you want to check to see what is Mars doing. That will tell you so much about what that dasha will be like. But Rahu is always a time of confusion because you can have many ambitions, many goals at this time, which can create a lot of restlessness within the mind. K2 can be a time where you cut off ties from the past as well, where you make peace with your past. It may also bring you into spirituality, but of course, again, you want to see what is the position of K2 in the chart. So I hope you all enjoyed this. If you like this, don't forget to leave a like. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next video.